Good evening, I'm Ghosty Russ, and you're not. But today, we are going to be cleaning some moldy VHS tapes. Now, when I mean moldy VHS tapes, I am talking in reference to my very special piece of my Halloween VHS collection, my limited edition 1998 double orange VHS. I got this in a eBay listing that I got a couple of other Halloween films with. It was actually the listing that allowed me to get my copy of Halloween Resurrection, which was the only Halloween that I did not have at least one copy of at the time, so it allowed me to complete my Halloween on VHS collection and gave me some extra goodies, some duplicates, some different variants, different releases and whatnot, and the very special limited edition double VHS tape. And all of the other tapes in that were perfect, absolutely perfect, except these two tapes. And I'll show you guys a clip here. So just to give you guys an idea, we are dealing with quite a bit of gnarly mold, and it's on both tapes. So yeah, I was super bummed out whenever I unboxed this that I didn't even post the video of the unboxing because I just got so bummed out by it. But afterwards, I got a second VCR thanks to my dad and was able to clean up all of the mold from the tape. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video. It is definitely something very different than anything I do on this channel, but I felt like it was an interesting topic and something that I was definitely interested in posting the process of, because this is a very big piece of my collection and I'm super happy that I was able to salvage it. Alright guys, we're going to be breaking down the process that I used to clean these. Essentially, as you can see in this video, I used a cotton ball with 91% isopropyl alcohol. I took the back off of this donor VCR that I got from my dad, so huge shout out dad. And pretty much I just wedged this cotton ball to where it's applying pressure, not too much pressure, because I learned with this VCR that if you apply too much pressure, it will just kind of shut down the entire operation of the VCR. But yeah, you pretty much just get the cotton ball. You don't soak it, you just kind of wet it with the isopropyl alcohol. And yeah, you apply pressure and you fast forward that tape. And as you can see, this side right here is the dirty moldy side. And over here, what you're going to notice is all these like white streaks that you're seeing over here are not going to be on this side of the reel. It's just doing this side alone was so much in the right direction, and it definitely was a load off, because not every time you do this is it going to work. Some tapes can just be too far gone, and yeah, I stayed up till like 5 o'clock in the morning doing all this. It's a very lengthy process, so I'm doing the second part the next day, but I had some hiccups with the second tape here. It actually ended up getting jammed in the VCR at some point. I mean, it's an old VCR, but I didn't realize that it had gotten jammed. It had actually snapped the tape at the very start. So I just did a quick splice job, one that was good enough. It's not going to be a problem going forward. I did a good enough job to have a reliable splice, but yeah, I had to end up splicing the second tape. So moving on to phase 2 of the cleanup process, what I'm showing here is that there's still some mold residue that is on the inside of the VHS tape. So moving on to phase 2, this is just where I open up the actual VHS casing to clean off any mold residue that is left on the reels, because that is something that you will need to do, or else it will reintroduce mold to the tape. And while there are a lot of misconceptions, like VHS tape mold can spread yes, but it really only will if you are in the conditions for it to spread. Um, but you still don't want the tape coming into contact with it, because if the environment kind of allows it, it will just regrow right into the tape, and you may not be lucky enough to salvage it. But as you can see here, I'm just taking the screws out of the back of the VHS case, and there are, I think this might be, yeah, I think you're gonna see me, I forget one of the screws, um, and I go to try to take this thing off, but yeah, so like I said, I forgot one of the screws, but you're gonna want to like push that little tab in on the side that allows that part, that lid, to kind of come back, and that'll allow you to kind of crack open the case. As you can see, I'm going through it a couple times because I still haven't realized that I left one of the screws in there, because I'm a fucking idiot. And yep, that's where I realized that I left a screw. So one thing about it, whenever you are doing this, you don't want to lift up on that back side. You want to flip the tape over and do it from this side, because if not, you're going to lose all the tiny pieces. They're going to just like fall out of the tape, and putting everything back together can be a pain in the ass. As you can see here, I got my magic mold killer, which is just the 91% isopropyl alcohol. It was just me being a fucking idiot at 5 in the morning. And I'm just giving it a good wipe down with a cotton swab. You could use probably like a microfiber cloth or something like that, but for the actual reel, you're definitely going to want to use like a cotton swab, something that you can get into small, like tight places like this, and you're going to want to do as thorough of a cleaning as possible, because there's going to be, in my case, there was a lot of mold residue on that side. The other side actually had no mold residue because the tape, I guess, got mold when it was all on the one side of the reel. So after cleaning, none of the mold transferred over to the new side. So that is pretty awesome, but it wouldn't hurt just to, rewind the tape fully and do the other side. I ended up doing that anyways. I don't think I showed it on camera. I actually will go back and kind of re-clean this one, because there were a couple of stubborn spots just on the reel that I didn't see at the time. Again, it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and I really did not feel like reopening everything back up once I noticed it. So, but it's something that it's not really a problem. It's literally like the tiniest speck. And like I said, unless the environment really kind of lends itself to it, it's not really going to do anything. It's not really going to spread to anything, not really going to grow back. At least that's my kind of research that I've done on this. Tape mold isn't as crazy as what some people make it out to be. Some people make it out to literally be tape killer, and it can definitely like rot into the tape, but in a lot of cases it can be cleaned off. But yeah, this is just kind of like a budget method, because I didn't want to pay like $100 or over $150 for a like made for this kind of machine. Although it would make this process go a lot quicker, I just didn't want to spend the money. I got a free old VCR, and yeah, just kind of put a lot more time into it. But overall, the results are really good. I'm really happy that I was able to salvage these tapes and get them playable and in the collection, even with the splice and everything on the second tape. Still completely playable. I tested both tapes. So yeah, it's one of those things. I was really super bummed out when I got this package in, but after some time and some work, it was a pretty easy fix. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. It really does mean a lot that you guys made it this far. If you will, please give this video a thumbs up. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on, I guess, my mold cleaning abilities. And yeah, share this with your friends and family. And if you're not already, please subscribe. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a good evening, and I'll see you next time.